everybody, my name is Susie and welcome to World War Phone. And here we have 6 individuals representing 3 teams talking about 3 of the leading smartphone brands today. We have Team Apple, we have Team Huawei, and then over there we have Team Samsung. Good afternoon, everybody. How are we doing? Are we ready for World War Phone?
Yes.
Hey, ready. I can feel it. All right, so the first thing we're going to tackle is market outlook. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Game.
Which among the 3 brands has the most potential and is leading as compared to the others in terms of innovations and price points? Here we go. Let's talk about the current global market standing of the 3 phones.
Multiple choice. A, Samsung. B, Samsung. C,
Woo!
Samsung.
Back it up, Gino. Go ahead.
Right. Statistics.
All right. I think the global market standing for these 3 smartphone brands for this quarter alone may not be steady. But take note that Samsung is still the leading global smartphone vendor with 29 to 30% market shares.
Wow. That is
When we
impressive.
talk about numbers,
Globally.
and Apple is just a closest rival. So Apple
Oh.
falls on the second. And congratulations to Huawei for being the third.
Despite
Good job.
being
No, but-
the new kid on the block.
Samsung is the number 1.
Yes. Okay. Now, Huawei is already like number 3, but it's out of
That's
it's
from
out
number
of nowhere.
8.
Yeah, from number 8
Number
to
8
number
last
3.
year to number
So
3.
like
Aren't you threatened?
Nah, not really. No.
because that's the thing. Parang I get it. Like even before we began this discussion, we know that you guys are the leader. But you know what? Baby steps.
Oh, Chico, be watching you.
Yeah. For like somebody who was like practically nowhere, we're suddenly at number 3. So at the very least, you know that
Huawei is doing a good job.
it's doing a good job, and it's not.
That's true.
And it's not number 3 just because of nothing.
And I
Huawei's
think
doing a
the
good
words
job.
baby steps are it's
Actually,
an
it's a baby
understatement. It's
steps,
a major understatement.
May
large
I add
strides.
something about
Yes.
that? May I add something about it? Maybe Huawei went to that number 3 slots because consumers are also looking for smartphones that price lower than Samsung and Apple.
That's true.
But isn't that a plus though? That
Yeah, it's a plus, but
it's
a
more,
factor.
factor.
more abot kaya, yeah.
More about
But then again, you can also use the argument that you're cheaper na nga, hindi pa rin kayo yung number 1.
Yes.
Hindi pa.
No, but see, that's the thing. Even with let's say other phones that are probably cheaper than the Huawei are nowhere to be found. I mean, if that's the only logic you're using, then technically the really cheap
Yeah.
phones should be like
Number
up
1.
there.
So good job, Huawei.
Yeah,
but
good job.
good
Okay.
job for you guys.
Okay, we heard from the Huawei boys, we heard from the Samsung boys. Bea and Kevin, you guys are oddly silent.
Yeah,
about
because
being number
if we're
2.
gonna use Chico's what he said earlier, like we're talking about the right now, right? So
Right.
right now the standing is
We're number
You still need to catch up.
Yeah, we
Like,
need to
Huawei
catch up.
still needs to catch up.
to catch up. But I think we are doing a good job on that part. We have over 40% of growth from last year. So expect more.
Let's talk about price points for a bit. Why don't we run down the table and compare? Gino.
Oh, I'm starting out. Okay. Our price points are with Enzo.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Price point for between or against
Our 2 competitors.
2 competitors. I think we're in between because we all know that
How much
the
is your-
Apple iPhone is
Ridiculously expensive.
Yeah. While Huawei is, can we say, cheaper or affordable?
More affordable.
More affordable.
We're in the
You're in the middle.
We're somewhere in between.
Because Huawei is by the people and for the people. And we want communication is the key to world peace.
I love it.
And we are making it available for as
Yes,
many
to world
people as
peace.
possible.
No, but I mean,
Ladies
isn't
and
that,
gentlemen, Chico Garcia from Quezon City!
you see, but I would think, isn't that interesting though? If you say we're ridiculously expensive and we still stay at a steady number 2, then that just means
yeah.
the iPhone users are just like madly loyal and they just really love
There's
this
brand
product.
loyalty.
There's definitely brand loyalty for Apple users.
and you know, if 2 is not so far away from number 1, definitely, and I will take it. I'll
Okay.
take it like kanina.
Chico and Peter, you said from number 8 to number 3, which is a huge leap. among Samsung and iPhone, where do you think, who do you think jumped ship to you? Would they be the Samsung users or the iPhone users?
Well, I don't know the actual details, but I'm just, if you were just to follow logic, I would probably say a lot of it would be the Android users because it's the same.
It's
the same. So
ecosystem.
it's not that big of a leap as opposed to going from Android to iPhone.
Hypothetically, why do you think they made that jump if it's pretty much the same? You think a lot of it has to do with price points?
I really think
it is.
it's not. Yeah, and I think it's really a mixture of different. It's new, yes.
We have the best of both worlds.
It works, yes. It takes awesome pictures, yes. It's more affordable, yes. So I guess people, all I'm saying is not just because it's cheaper or it's new, people will flock to and buy it. I
That's
guess
not enough for it to sustain.
it's like,
something.
look, we're here, but they also like the output of the phone. And I think that counts for a lot of the success.
Yes. And look at how beautiful this phone is. Look at the
It is
design.
very pretty.
It's pretty.
It's pretty.
Our phone's
Super
pretty
slim.
beautiful also.
It
Actually,
doesn't have
okay.
a camera bump.
But
Our
doesn't
phone
take
is
the fact
really
that we're still number one.
Enzo said it.
Good job.
Enzo
Enzo,
said
Enzo does bring up a very good point.
Yeah.
Now, I don't mean to make these two teams fight, talking about Team Samsung and Team Huawei, but you guys have been involved in not you in particular, they're good, none of them are going to jail, but there's a two-way lawsuit involving Huawei and Samsung, suing each other for patent infringement. Will this affect, you think, the buying decision of the consumers?
Personally, I don't think what happens on the corporate level will really affect the consumer because all you want,
the output.
if I want really nice selfies, for example, I'm going to be like, oh, this is an awesome phone. Oh, but it's under a lawsuit.
Yeah, you don't know.
It's not
It
like
depends
that.
on
Something
the,
that you think about, yeah.
If you find yourself
consumers.
saying, "Oh my God, I want to take a photo of me or a video of me underwater," I don't care if it's under a lawsuit or
Yeah.
whatever.
What you want is something that, let's face
That
it,
works.
in this
Works for
day and
you.
age,
Works for you.
our phones are like extensions of our bodies already. So what
is
you want
very
is something that works, that delivers what you expect from it, and that's the very bottom line of any gadget.
And that's their problem,
That's
not
their
not
problem.
ours
Not ours.
as
Yeah.
consumers. That is a very, very good point. Now, we touched on a number of things in this discussion, and I personally am still very torn among the three brands. Now, let's say I am a consumer, I have a certain budget. Why don't you try to sway me? Give me your closing statements as to why your phones are the best. Since you guys have been so yabang about you being number one in the world, Samsung boys, go ahead.
Well, there's a reason why we're number one. I mean, I think that speaks for. The phone speaks for itself. It's amongst the three phones that we're talking about now. It's the oldest amongst the three, and we're still number one in the world. That kind of tells you something. The technology that the iPhone recently incorporated, which is the whole IP68 thing. We've had that before. Outside of that, battery life, the camera, it's an amazing camera nonetheless. Even if it doesn't have the dual camera thing, night shots are beautiful in it. And like I said, just being number one, there's a reason why it's number one.
And
Said it all.
He said it all.
Yeah,
Good
and
job,
wait,
Gino.
wait for the next one.
S8.
Yeah, just wait for that because
I like that.
that's just gonna.
It is pretty exciting. It is pretty exciting.
our minds.
Okay, let's talk to the Huawei boys last because they are the new kids on the block. So, Team iPhone, Kevin and Bea, go ahead.
Come on, it's iPhone. Why won't you buy it?
No, seriously, I think I will always remember the time when the iPhone came out and I could not wait to buy the very first model
You
of
just
that
had
iPhone.
to
I
have
just
it.
had to have it. Everybody had to have it. And as they kept coming out with the iPhone 4, 4S, the 5, the 6, and now the 7, it's almost, you don't even need to sell it. For sure, absolutely, yeah, okay. What's new with the 7? What's new with the 7 Plus? Oh, okay, that's great. I'm gonna get it. And I
Still
think,
gonna
I
get it.
think it's just the steady loyalty of the iPhone users, and it's so easy to use. I mean, you see toddlers using these phones.
I think that's really the charm of the iPhone.
It's so easy to use, and on a personal note, my lolo knows how to use everything on the iPhone because it's really so simple to explain.
user-friendly,
He
yeah.
loves the flashlight. But anyway, that's beside the point. But you know what I mean? It's just so simple to use, and I think it's really And I really think that the iPhone speaks to, something more family oriented, it's someone anybody can have. So I think, maybe we're at number 2 right now, but the iPhone 7 Plus just came out, Kevin, so maybe, you never know. You never really know.
Bea said it all? Bea said it all. Huawei boys, the floor is yours.
Okay, so for me, because I won't argue with numbers. And we are at number 3 at this point. Yeah, we're the new kids on the block. But on a personal note, I actually am not a Huawei user. I have an iPhone for like forever. But on a personal note, just a few minutes with a P9, and I swear to this, I am already getting one. And I have never used anything except an iPhone. But with what I've seen, with a few minutes of Peter showing me the ropes, and I was like, this is amazing. And usually it's I really don't go out of my comfort zone, but that's how impressed I was with what I saw. And for me, I was impressed that somebody who has such brand loyalty has been swayed to actually get one for myself. And I seriously will not stop until I have one of my own, because it's really amazing. And
this is probably how you jumped Huawei jumped
exactly.
from 8 to 3.
No, exactly.
People like you who gave it a chance.
It's not, I'm not one of those who tries every gadget out there. But on a personal basis, I'm really putting my money where my mouth is.
Literally. Because you're going to buy one.
Exactly, because I really fell in love with it. And it's if I can, now, if I want to take pictures, I'm going to be thinking, I wish I had a P9.
Buti pa sa P9 may nai-in-love.
Yeah.
Wow.
Peter?
Yeah, on my
Chico said it
personal
all?
note naman, he said that it's amazing. I agree with him. And you can get that amazing experience, that premium performance, that stylish look, everything, the security, the best of both worlds, the user-friendliness, the performance, and all of those things, put it on one device at a cheaper price point. That's how amazing the Huawei P9 is. So that's a major selling point of this handset at 23,990 pesos only.
Talagang
get
price point.
everything.
May presyo Talagang pinentahan na.
You can sign here.
Actually, I have a unit here.
I
have a new one for you.
All right. Okay, so is there anything that would make you switch from your current phone to another brand? We already heard Chico's words. He's been an iPhone user since forever, and now he has been convinced to buy a Huawei. Anyone else?
I'll go ahead and I'll really say no, because as we were saying, the iPhone 7 Plus, you were saying earlier, now it's water resistant now. You guys have had that for a while, and we've known this. As iPhone users, we've seen this feature, and okay, we kind of don't have that. Okay, we'll have that later on. But I personally, I've never felt the need to change my phone, because I'm so used to it, and there's an attachment to that iPhone. I mean, just kind of progressing per iPhone, getting each one, and it's a really good phone. I mean, the technology now, how fast it is, the camera is crazy. It's absolutely beautiful. So I personally, I don't think it's that big of a difference. So if this is something that I initially fell in love with, I'm just gonna keep on using that for the rest of my life, basically.
Bea is a loyal person. Gino?
I guess it's in sort of the same train of thought that Bea.
Trend of thought?
No, I was supposed to say thread, but whatever. Basically the same train of thought that you had. The saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And with the Samsung, I really get to use it for whatever it is that I want to do. If I want it to be simple, it can be. There's an option to do that. But if I want it to perform like no other phone, in my opinion, can, then I can do that as well. So I don't think I'll be switching anytime soon.
So Chico is the only salawahan on this table. Well, I learned so much today, and hopefully you guys did as well. And we would love to hear from you. There's a comment section at the bottom. Please go ahead and let us know your thoughts. Let us know if any of the teams persuaded you to switch to a different brand, or let us know if why you choose to stay loyal to yours. Thank you very much,
but keep
lady
it a
and
friendly,
gentlemen.
keep it a friendly comment section.
Yeah.
We know how toxic comment section can be
Please
nowadays. Yeah.
spread the love.
And can I
Be
just
friendly.
say, as my final statement, that your phones are nice din naman eh.
Of course.
Every phone here is very
So, on behalf pretty din
of
naman.
Gina, Enzo, Chico, PJ, Kevin, and Bea. My name is Susie. Thank you so much for watching World War Phone, and we will see you again really soon.
Bye.
Cheers! Oh, I have no more drink.
I have that.
Get another one.
More drinks.